my name is Kayden, and we're going to make some pizzas today. If you want to make your pizzas right now, please go get your stuff. So, right now, I already started dicing the onions, so we can put the sauce on right now. But first, let's cut the peppers. Make sure if you're a child, you make sure that you cut very carefully and make your fingers go out of the way of the knife. Now, let's cut this one in half, and that's all. And now we will spread the sauce. And if you want two sides, that's what I'm doing, so you'll learn. And if you like this video, I'm very pleased making my vinaigrette. If you haven't seen that, please go to YouTube and try to find it. Because if you make Kayden's special vinaigrette, it's very good. But we're making pizzas right now, so we don't have to talk about that. We can talk about that at the end. And once all the sauce is almost gone, you take the last bit of sauce, you throw it on. Once you're done with the spoon, you knock all the sauce off, and you put it on the black. If you have any mat like this, you better put your spoon on it, or else it won't get your counter or table messy. And now, if you are not comfortable with your stuff in your hair, or if you even have a bracelet or even earrings, take them off. So you don't have to take them off in the middle of you making your pizza. And there's a split in the middle. So you have one side with peppers and onions and olives, and one side with capers and anchovies, and add a little cheese, not mozzarella. It's not as gluey. Well, mozzarella is gluey, but if you use Parmesan, it's not as gluey as mozzarella. Then you go right down the middle, but you have to make room. And if you're tired, don't do the bother. Don't bother of doing it. If you're uncomfortable, maybe if your nose is itching, you should just keep going. You should, after you're done with all the peppers, you have to make sure you get the onions on before the olives so you can wash your hands before you touch the olives so they won't stink or they won't be spicy. Once you're all done with the onions, then you have the olives. There we go. You have to grab the olives with your fork. And you have to put them along the sides. If they're really big, you have to put them along the sides, or else it will take up more room than you need. If you only put a couple olives, that's okay. You'll still have a good pizza. Now we have the anchovies and capers. First, I'm going to put on the capers because they're going to be easier than the anchovies. But remember, you always need to figure out when you're going to stop. Because if you do too many, it's bad. Well, and make sure you spread all of them out. Even though you're going to have pizza with your family, you still need to spread them out if they're all stuck together. Because the anchovies need room. They would be squished anchovies if they had no room. And if you had and after the capers, you do the anchovies. And if they're all rolled up, you have to straighten them out and go like this. Even though you have a lot of family coming, you still need to make only one pizza if you're really tired. If you're really tired, you can make them the next day. Maybe your father's a cook. Maybe your father's an artist. Maybe your father's a workman at a hotel. But make sure, if you're tired, only make one pizza. Always need cheese on pizzas, unless you're not a fan of cheese. Then you don't have to have cheese, but it tastes a little better with cheese. Always need cheese on pizzas, unless you're not a fan of cheese. Then you don't have to have cheese, but it tastes a little better with cheese. And now what you do is you hold onto your oven mitt and open it. And then you slide this out. And then you put your pizza in. Careful not to burn yourself. Because if you do, it will hurt really bad. Now, okay, our pizza's ready. Wow, this is very hot. And if you made a mess, please clean your mess up. If you put this on here, so it won't roll away. Server. Silly me. Okay, now let's put this aside and let's see how it tastes. Wow, looks good. I think we should get a napkin. Okay, now that we have our napkins, one for your face, one for your hands. The bigger, the better. Cheers. Mmm. 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 Very good. Bye.